Hey, what's up? This is Chosen, and this video is going to be a champion guide for Prince Kymar, so let's get into it. Alrighty, Prince Kymar is a legendary from the Demon Spawn, and he's going to be up here in the top left. This guy right here. And for all of my champion guides, I will have a link down in the video description to one of these handy little images that you can click on and review. It's got the masteries that I use currently for the champion, the optimal sets, the stat priority to go for. You're going to want a ton of speed because he's somebody you're going to want to use in the arena. And then the grades there, you can see that he is one of the more well-rounded and solid legendaries in the game. A in the campaign, C- for the clan boss. That's not really where you're going to want to use him. Amazing in the arena and very good in dungeons. Right now on my legendary tier list, this is subject to change. He is in the number 7 spot in the God tier. So, you know, at the time of me making this video anyway. Alrighty, so let's go over his abilities here. A1 is attack all enemies. Place a 5% poison debuff for 1 turn if this attack is critical. You should have enough crit on him that this should be basically all the time. A2 is attack all enemies, remove all buffs, and place a sleep debuff for 1 turn. We can get that to a 3-turn cooldown, so that is a really good ability. Seal of Magic is resets the cooldowns of all ally skills, fills the turn meter of all allies except this champion by 20%. That is a very game-changing ability there. And then the aura is increased ally speed in the arena by 30%. That is an awesome aura. So we can see here a lot of AoE and a lot of game-changing things happening. Removing all buffs, placing a sleep, resetting cooldown, filling turn meter, placing poisons with an AoE, A1, and a 30% speed aura for the arena. Very, very good kit here for Prince Kymar. One of the more well-rounded and game-changing kits that you're going to get consistent value out of. We always want to take a look at the base stats when we go over a champion, and we can see here a speed of 103 is pretty good. That's a good base speed. His attack is a little bit low, but he has really good defense and HP, so gonna be able to, you know, sustain and provide a lot of value in dungeons, although he's not really going to be a good nuker because his attack is a little bit low, but he is still very good in the arena, and I'll show an arena battle here in a bit and kind of go over how to play him and what he's best at there. Then I will pull up my Prince Kymar so you can take a look at kind of how I have him currently built. We can see here that I've got 4 pieces of speed to get him. I want to get him a lot of speed so that he can help me farm gold 4 and do well in the arena. And then I wanted to get attack besides that so that I can also use him in dungeons and stuff. So I've got the 4-piece speed and the 2-piece cruel. Wanted to get him up to 100% crit rate, so I went with the 5-star crit rate gloves, attack percent on the chest, and then obviously we're gonna want you know, boots with a speed main stat. And then, you know, for substats, we want to get things like accuracy for, you know, placing the sleep and stuff in the arena. And also for placing the poison. Accuracy isn't going to be a super priority with Kymar, but you definitely want to get it where you can in your substats. You're going to want to get his crit rate as close to 100% as you can. Get him good, you know, crit damage, lots of speed, so that he can kind of carry your team in the arena and really be the speed anchor, providing that aura and kind of setting up your nukes and stuff. So now, oh, I should go over the masteries quick while I'm taking a look at Kymar. Let me pull that back up here. So, you know, as is always the case when you're building a character, you do want to kind of, you know, take a second look at things and make sure that the tree makes sense for, you know, you and kind of how you plan to use the character. For me, I'm not going to use him really against the clan boss, so I went with the crit damage just to make him hit that much harder in the arena is what I'm kind of mainly using him for, so that's what I went with there. Sniper is what I went with towards the end here, just for placing the debuffs and stuff, because I'm not really getting a whole lot of value out of the other ones down here. And, you know, yeah, I don't need to, you know, spend a lot of time going over the whole tree. You can kind of see the path I went here. You know, took the accuracy down to Lore of Steel and then got Sniper. And then Cycle of Magic is going to help a lot in dungeons and kind of stuff like that. But you can, there's also, it's very viable to go for Evil Eye as well. Can be really good in the arena. And that may even be more optimal if you plan on really hoping that he can perform as well as possible in the arena. You might want to go for Evil Eye. So, and then, you know, I kind of went over the offense, just kind of took the optimal route here to get ourselves down to crit damage. Now, I like to show kind of a standard dungeon battle, you know, which is kind of the Arcane Keep, is kind of your standard dungeon fight that people are usually needing to farm. So we can see my team here with a support, and then just a lot of DPS and, you know, Bellower to knock down the defense, Juliana with an HP, Burn KO as a nuker, and Kymar just has some general utility, some AoE and some cooldown reset and stuff. So I'll kind of talk you through what he kind of looks like while he's fighting here. So we can see Kymar right down there on the far right of the team. And it is worth noting that he's not the best character in terms of autoing, because he's not very good about using his Seal of Magic ability, which is where he resets the cooldowns. You know, he'll do it when it's not even impactful. You know, I think it's because the AI wants him to boost the turn meter, which there are certain situations where in the arena that is the optimal route, is to boost the turn meter, even if it means sacrificing the cooldown reduction. But in dungeons and stuff, he doesn't seem to use that Seal of Magic cooldown reset ability as optimally as I would like. But still a very good character if you need to like beat a level. You know, you can play him manually just to get past the level. And once you're kind of in the thick of things and fighting a sustained fight like by now, you know, he's probably going to get good value out of that ability. So yeah, this will be a pretty good run here on the Arcane Keep. Should be about a minute 25 or so. And I don't think he'll even get another turn. Oh, he did. Okay. And there we are. So we can see that the Kymar did almost 200,000 in damage, and he's, you know, all of his abilities are AoE, so that's pretty good. Similar to Bellower, you know, pretty good damage, but also brings so much utility in terms of cooldowns and turn meter boosting and all that. So now let's go out to the arena. Is kind of where Prince Kymar is best at, and you're really gonna want to kind of use him to boost you up in the arena. Let me see if I can find kind of a good battle here. I don't want to take the free points for the video. I want to take an actual battle here. Okay, so this looks like a decently fair fight, and let's kind of go over the optimal way to kind of use Kymar. Obviously, you're going to want him to be the leader, because it's going to provide all sorts of, you know, utility in terms of letting your team go first, especially if you're playing an offensive strategy. Now, first I'm going to let my Seeker go, and then I'm going to pick who I want him to provoke. You know, sure, why not? We'll take the Aethel. He actually didn't land the provoke. Now my Rosh card is going to make my whole team immune. And now here we have Kymar. So if I do auto, he's going to cast the Seal of Magic. He's going to reduce all cooldowns of allies, which won't really do much because we currently don't need to reset the cooldowns. I mean, it'd be kind of handy for Rosh card to have the immunity, you know, cast on, but we would much rather set up our nuke and use our AoE. We want to wait to use this until the other team has buffs. So I'm going to use this here, do as much damage as I can, and then that sets up my Kale to bring the Thunder. And if it ends up going a little bit longer, I've got my Rosh card to make me immune, and then I can use my Kymar to put them to sleep or reset cooldowns, and I have a little bit of utility and things to play with there. So just beware if you do have Kymar and you're using him in the arena, you may want to micro the first few seconds of the fight manually, because he doesn't use that. He's probably not going to use that ability optimally. Maybe they'll change that at some point with the AI, but currently that's the way it is. So yeah, that's kind of the general gist for Kymar and kind of, you know, where to play him and how to use him and kind of the overall mechanics of all of his abilities and stuff. If there's anything I didn't cover that you have a question about, drop it down in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. And there is, like I said earlier, that guide image that you can pull up and kind of go over on your own time. So yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.